Hello, silver stackers and gold stackers. Today I'm excited to share with you a recent acquisition from a coin shop while I was on vacation. I do not, as you know, necessarily collect silver. I do buy bullion. I do have bullion that I show you. So in a sense, you could say I collect, but I'm not buying very much over spot collectible pieces. However, I was watching a few weeks ago a video produced by Spectacular where he showed off several dozen chunky 1 ounce bars that he had, smaller than a typical 1 ounce bar. And it was just interesting when he was talking about them and showing the different variations. So without further ado, let me tell you what I found, or what I purchased. I purchased a USVI Ingot bar. A little history: these bars were produced between 1980 and 1981, and as the silver market was going up, the founder, Howard Eichen, decided, hey, what's a way for me to make money? And his decision, or his plan, was, I'm going to allow other refiners to take their 1,000, 1,400 ounce silver bars, and I'm going to let them make it into a smaller bar to meet consumer demand. So up until the price of silver shot up in the late 70s, early 80s, there wasn't a lot of just regular demand for silver. It was mostly jewelry and industrial interest. So it was actually he was ahead of his time in that sense by essentially making fractional pieces of silver, 1 ounce, 5 ounce, and 10 ounce bars. He was allowing the regular person to start buying and investing in silver. And he would essentially make different bars with the other companies' trademarks on them. And now those bars have become collectible in and of themselves. So let me show you. So from 1980 to 1981, I know that he produced 1 ounce, what a lot of people call 1 ounce chunky ingots. And I wish I had a 1 ounce bar to show alongside so you could understand how small these are. But I'm going to take it out of the pack. Now, a lot of people just call these Amark bars. And you'll see that it has a circle with A150S. Now, apparently, these numbers go up to 300, and there's definitely a series from 150 to 195. I've read that some people have bars that have 300, but what he would do was, when he got a 1,000 ounce bar or a 1,400 ounce bar, he would produce all of the 1 ounce ingots that he could from that bar and then stamp it. So, if they still had the company records, you would be able to you'd actually be able to check the records and say, oh, A150S came from this Johnson Matthey bar, or hey, it came from some other refiner's bar that was brought in. So why am I showing this bar? Why is this such an exciting bar? Well, I found out this is a first year production. You can see 1980. Most of the bars you're going to see are going to be 1981, but even the ones that are 1980 aren't going to have the Anaheim Metal Co logo up there. I only believe the A150 Assay, so there's probably only 1,000 bars like this, and probably a lot less, since many of these bars would have melted down at various points in the last 50 years or 45 years. So really an exciting bar to find. But what I found out what makes this incredible, I did find a bar like this on eBay that sold for $153 recently. Just the 1 ounce bar at a time when silver is $38 an ounce. But what makes this incredibly rare is this, and that's why I wanted to show this to you. I have not been able to find anyone else that actually has the original, what they called an assay certificate. As I struggle to put it on there, but you can see this says assay certificate, a 150S. This ingot is guaranteed to be 1 ounce Troy, 0.999 fine silver. Assay from sample this lot is on file at Anaheim Metal Co, Anaheim, California. Now, when I first saw this, I just figured this was a gimmick by somebody to perhaps sell these bars. But I have found evidence that at least this color format, the brown and the light manila color, and the rectangular, the square shape of the certificate, I've seen these for the rounds that he produced. So there was a time where he experimented and made a bunch of, before he was making rectangular bars, he was actually making rounds that can, some of those can go for over $1,400 a piece. They're so rare, but he made 7 different variations of a round, and I have seen this format for those rounds. So the kicker is he actually had 3 of these, and I bought one, and when I came back the next day I wanted to buy the other 2, and he decided to keep one for himself. But I ended up getting, I really didn't pay a lot of a high premium. I paid $45 for one of them, and then I think $46.50 for the other. So I thought it was worth it. Like I said, I don't collect these necessarily, but I think some of you folks out there that collect USVI ingots will appreciate this video and to be able to see the actual certificates. Please comment, like, subscribe if you have any questions or any more information to share on the USVI ingot chunky bars. Thank you.